Hello, it's Kevin here. Time for a video. Again, bit of a change in plans. If you've been watching the previous videos on the channel, we were intending to do every Cambridge Academic Writing Task 1 from Cambridge 18 previous papers all the way down to number 1. We did 18, 17, 16 and so on down to Cambridge number 3. But in the group Telegram, which you may have seen or heard me refer to, nobody was too interested in carrying on. They said they were too old. So, well, which is like true, they are 20 years old. I mean, Cambridge 3 came out in 2003, but still, it was good practice. Anyway, so we've abandoned that and we're looking at essays. In particular, newly reported essay topics. Now, you know there's quite a few sites on the net where people take the IELTS test and they write in and report what the writing tasks were. So, we're starting from one or two of these sites and we're looking for new topics, new questions, and I'm going to be writing a sample and we're going to be looking at introductions. Now, this first video here, this is an exception because we were going to just choose one essay and do a complete analysis, but we've decided, me and IELTS 9 PRO have decided to just do the introductions as we used to do a year or so back. But now, you know, at that time we did most of the Cambridge essays from 18 on downwards, etc. But anyway, for this video here, oh, and first things first, fair use, right? Get rid of that crap. And that's the criteria. We'll be taking a look at that. This is my sample. And hang on, this is mine. So we've got this, which I wrote. And I did it in 40 minutes, right, on purpose. This is why it's not perfect, right? I made sure that this took me 20 minutes. Well, it should do, really. I should be able to write it a bit quicker than most of you. But I did the first draft and I did a bit of tinkering. But in any case, I didn't spend more than 40 minutes. Okay, so we've got mine, and then we've got 5 essays here to take a look at. Now, I'm not going to proofread and rewrite and check every single word because I don't have the time. And this video is probably going to be a little bit longer than I anticipated in any case. So we'll take a look at mine first. Then I'll make a couple of comments on the students' essays. Okay. One more thing. I've been a bit sick this past week. I had a really bad cold. You know, head, nose with sinus, all that kind of nonsense. So my voice may sound a little bit, as you can probably hear, a little bit husky, a little bit hoarse, but still, I'll do the best that I can. So, this is the topic. Now, this apparently has been seen in several real exams, mostly in December. Financial education should be included as a mandatory subject in schools to prepare students for managing money effectively. Yes or no? So, if you've been following my previous videos on essays where I go through a sentence by sentence approach, this doesn't quite go along with that. That's a very general guide. And often when you're writing essays under real-time conditions, it's difficult to do it exactly in that way. But anyway, you'll see what I mean. So, sentence 1 though. As always, restate, paraphrase the topic. That's it. Don't add anything, don't change it, right? So financial education, financial management, managing money effectively is budgeting. Yeah, budget effectively. So here I say, yeah, it's a good skill, but should not be taught at school. Should be taught in the home instead. So I've answered the question. I say, well, yeah, useful skill, but no, not in school. Then let's see why. So one of the biggest challenges for young people is budgeting once you have a job. When I started working, don't laugh. 1983, but 40 years ago. I pissed it away as everybody else did. As soon as I got my first paycheck, my first wages, it lasted about a day and it was pissed away. So anyway, having your first paycheck can be an exciting experience, and profligacy, in other words, spending it, is often the result. Okay, now, as one of the best ways to ingrain a lesson is to teach them while they are, a kid. If you teach them someone a valuable lesson while they are a kid, they should carry that lesson throughout into adulthood. Okay, this kind of life lesson. So here I'm saying, yeah, it's pretty good. Kids do need this. Young people do need to learn this. I mean, I didn't get any assistance. That's probably why I was skint after 2 or 3 days. But still, so I say, yeah, it's good. However, for finance, no. Because how can you really do that? It's theoretical. You can teach them how to cook if they've got a kitchen, a laboratory. You can teach them a theory, but money is not a theory. You need practical experience. So a better way would be for parents, giving them pocket money for doing household jobs and chores. You take them to shopping, you get them to help you pay these bills, Real world illustrations might work better than some mandatory theoretical exercise in a classroom. And my conclusion here is a single sentence. I don't need to say anything else. Yeah. Now, it's a little bit long, 13 words, but it's only 13 words more. And I did it in 40 minutes. So if you can do it in 40 minutes, good. Maybe that's a little bit more extended in that paragraph there, but what I'm doing now is look. I mean, I know that there's a normative way of writing, but we have to be realistic here. Under time constraints and pressure, often it's not possible. So 13 words, and I think I get the point across. Is this perfect? No. Can anybody write a perfect essay in 40 minutes? Not very many people. So don't feel bad if yours is not perfect, shall we say. You don't need perfection to get 7 or above in the writing. You don't need it. It would be good, but for most of you, you don't need it. So just keep that in mind. Now, I'll shrink this so you can pause the screen and you can read it at a later date. Okay, very good. Now, let's take a look at what some of my learners from my Telegram group, how did they respond? So, financial literacy, good paraphrasing. Now, that's not mandatory. Not quite the same. Okay, but not bad for... In fact, this essay is the best of the bunch. It is a little bit short though, 254, but still, the paraphrasing is good. However though, Where's the outline sentence? Where's the... What are the benefits you talk about? Now, in mine, I say no because it should be taught at home. I don't say no for some reasons I'll tell you later. I say no because it should be taught in the home. Okay, so that's better for outline. Okay, it's a budget. Okay, yeah. Okay, that's not too bad. All right. Right, budget save. Until retirement. That's pretty much saying the same. You know, those two sentences are pretty similar, so you need to be careful there. But still, education. Okay, it's a little bit vague. What particular decisions are you talking about? You've got decision making, decisions. So what decisions are you taking into account? What are you talking about? So this is good, but it's a little bit general. And if it's too general, let me show you. For most of you, as I say though, that will do, but you can get more. What decisions are you talking about? So, there is an opinion about the financial education in schools. This is a subject must consider. What? Must be considered, must be mandatory, because consider is not a mandatory. And claims learning financial. Right, now, I'm not going to... Right, I could rewrite this. And there's several things I could do, but I don't have the time. So you've got some syntax stuff here, you've got some grammar, vocabulary, and claims learning financial what? Have. I am completely disagree. It is a beneficial subject. So we've got some grammar and vocab, and then, like I said, what's the point of that sentence? In this essay, I will explain what I'm going to explain in this essay. Eh? What does that tell the reader? So, firstly, I think teaching to students about finance helps them to understand the right. So we've got prepositions, we've got articles. Money is a, so we've got article, and find out why the economy. Well, okay, but does it actually say about... Right, yeah. So it's specifically to prepare students to manage money effectively, right? It's not to help them to find out why some country's economy. It's specifically managing your personal finances. Yeah? Now, that's the point. But why is that on the other hand? That should be the main point. Enter to business. Not controversial that all young people need an education before starting their job. So what's that? Not really sure what that's got to do with anything. This is a working companies. Right. It's not. It specifically prepares students to manage money effectively. So I would take that to mean personal finances. So it's a little bit short, and it misses the point, and there's a lot of grammar and vocab. Financial training, okay. Some considerations. Again, you can see, right, I keep showing you this. Directly answer the question. Yes, I agree because blah, blah, blah. No, I disagree because blah, blah, blah. Not, no, I disagree and maybe I'll tell you later. Yes, I do agree for some reasons. That's not directly answering the question, is it? So, it is too soon for pupils to be involved in the materialistic world. Extra time, basic subjects, mathematics. Okay, good ideas there. The aforementioned strategies. What strategies? Aforementioned. They compete with peers, but as it goes with best. Is that supposed to be precious? Precocious means something else. If they donated, what? I'm not really sure what that's talking about. Conclusion. Again, it's talking about personal, managing your personal finances. That's the topic. It's not about, should you understand the world of finance? It doesn't say that. So, a donate. Are you sure that's the right verb? Let's see. Right. How can you explore what you agree? Either you agree or you don't. Exploration means you don't know. That's more a discussion answer. Let's explore. Let's see what we can find. Well, we don't want to know what you can find. We want you to tell us your opinion. And way too short. Definitely under length. You'd probably get a penalty. Shows pupils how to be more responsible. Deceptive, unreal needs, which make people spend inessential amounts of money on them. What are you talking about? What temptations are you talking about? Fashion victims. Yeah, but you can still manage your money effectively and be a fashion victim. Find out how money works. Finances. Again, there's some grammar, some vocab. I'm not going to go through every single one here, and it's way too short. Right, I think we've got 6 essays here today. That economy education was teaching us. Okay, all right. Spending saving money and having a central role in conquering society impoverished. You mean conquering societal poverty? Is that it? Right. Students should or need to learn about reduce expenditure, can save immensely. Well, I don't think it's an immense amount. Okay, fill them in the aims. What might I say in the past? Financial knowledge about gaining money if they should a job. Students memorize about adopt new approaches to A1. Okay. Decline, you mean reduce poverty? I'm not really sure what that's got to do with the topic. Okay, so there's some ideas here, but they're not easy to follow. There's no clear examples, and again, with some grammar and vocab. Let's have a look at this last one. This is way too short. It's a good idea. Okay, I totally disagree. As I shall show. Too late to learn. Do you think children aged 4 and 5 are going to understand what you're talking about? I don't think so. Practically, Okay, so there's some ideas here. Okay. Practical skill. Okay. You didn't need it at school. Okay, so this is way too short, and there's not a lot of development, if any, at all, of the main ideas. So get rid of that, and we don't need this anymore. So let's have a look at mine. I'll just put that on the screen for you again. So one of the main things to take away then here is to make sure that you properly analyze, interpret the topic. Now, several people there were talking about financial knowledge, awareness in general. We're talking about world economy and markets and so on and so forth, but it doesn't say that. Managing money, presumably personal finances, effectively. So you could have talked about students, like when you first go to university or college, you have to pay your own bills, you got to pay your kind of rent or whatever. You could talk about that. You know, if you wished, if you said, yes, I agree, but then you've got this mandatory, why should it be compulsory? Why should you have to take it in school? So I say, well, no, I don't think it should be taught in school at all, because I think it's better for parents to, to give them some actual cash and show them how things work. I think that would be a better way. So you need to analyze the rubric, analyze the topic and decide which angle you're going to come at the essay. Okay, so, if you wanted to talk about, yes, it should be compulsory, you'd have to tell me, why should it be compulsory? Why shouldn't it be optional? If it's compulsory, isn't it going to take something else out of the curriculum? So you'd have to look at that. If you say, no, it shouldn't be mandatory, it could be taught, but it could be an optional subject. You could talk about that and prepare students for managing money effectively. So in what circumstance? Well, as I say here, usually when people get their first job, often I've got all, I'm kind of rich, look at all this money, and they spend it, as I did. You could maybe have spoken about that, or in particular students, as I just said, going to university, becoming an adult. Effectively, you could have maybe spoken about that, but that would be all on topic. Okay, I was talking about international financial markets. That's not really what it's talking about. Okay, so I hope that is useful. I was just going to do the introductions, and for next videos I will, but because we changed our mind halfway, I just want to take a look at the complete essay. So as you can see, several of those essays are under length, too short, they don't develop their ideas. Some go off the topic, and there's quite a lot of grammar and vocab which I didn't really have the time or patience to rewrite every single essay, every single sentence. But still, I hope this has given you some general ideas, and links to the Telegram group below in the chat box if you're watching on YouTube, if you're not already a member. If you need some personal tuition, there's a link to that in the box below also, again, if you're watching on YouTube. Right, hope that helps. See you next time.